What up, what up? What's the B word, man? I'm Anthony Addison with another segment of What's the B word. Like and subscribe to the page. Hit me up on Instagram, What's the B word 52. Just like you see on YouTube. Hit me up on Facebook, What's the B word. And hit me up on Twitter, BWords 52. And y'all already know what's going on with me. Baltimore Raven fan. Raven Nation stand up. Flock, let's get it. And if you're not a Raven fan, you might be a fan of the Saints, the Broncos. You might be a fan of these busters right here. Hit that subscribe button anyway, cause we talk football period, baby. But anyway, reason why I'm here with y'all today is it's time for my week 12 predictions. I bounced back last week, man. Week 11, I bounced back, man. I went 12-2. I went 12-2, man, and I felt good about that, man. Cause the week before, man, I had a terrible week. I did bad at week 10. But week 12, week 11, I did good, and hopefully week 12, I'll do even better. So we're going to pop it off, and I ain't going to lie. These games right here, I really just don't like these games for this week. I don't. Some of them some good ones, but a lot of them ain't that good to me. But anyway, we're going to go and pop it off. We got the Colts versus the Texans, division game, big game. Houston coming off that big loss against us. The Colts coming off a win, and they lost Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack broke his hand, and he's going to be out for some weeks. But, you know, I still think that the Colts is a better overall team. If our O-line, and our O-line not bad, but if our O-line was able to just make the pass rush of the Texans non-existent, then I know the Colts O-line will do the same thing. And the Texans defense is not, they can stop the run, but man, pass defense ain't that good. I think T.Y. healthy and he playing, so I just like the Colts better as an overall team. I'm not a big fan of Billy O'Brien. Billy O'Brien does some questionable stuff. Romeo Cornell defensive schemes seem to not be working for Houston either. But I just like the Colts overall. If you remember earlier this season, I picked the Colts to win the division even after Andrew Luck retired. So I got the Colts coming into Houston winning that game right there. So the next game, and I don't care for this game either. We got the Broncos. Not the Broncos. We got the Cleveland Browns versus the Miami Dolphins, and a bad game. But you know, Cleveland took some blows. They lost their defensive tackle for a game due to a suspension. Myles Garrett is suspended, and Morgan Burnett is out for the season with a ruptured Achilles. Big blow to that. Prayers out to that, man, because you know you never want to see anybody get injured and stuff like that. But this is not going to be too good of a game. Miami been fighting for the last few weeks, though, man. They got them 2 wins, and they've been fighting. They've been fighting. I wouldn't be surprised if they slip up and beat Cleveland. I wouldn't be mad. I definitely wouldn't be mad, you know, if Cleveland or Pittsburgh lost this week. But at the same time, I just don't see Miami winning this game right here. Cleveland fighting for their playoff lives right now. They got to win out. So a game like this, I would think they will go out there and win. But at the same time, the games that you think Cleveland will win, they lose. And the games that you think they'll lose, they'll win. So, you know. But I'm going to go and pick them in this against Miami, man. They should beat Miami. So, I pick Cleveland to win that game right there. The next game is the Lions versus the Redskins. No Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford's going to be gone for a while. But the Redskins are terrible. The Redskins are terrible. I'm talking about flat out terrible, horrible, whatever you want to call it. And I don't think they can beat anybody. They beat the Dolphins. That's about what that's the only game they won, ain't it? I can't remember their record, but the Redskins not good. Not saying that the Lions is all that, especially with Matthew Stafford on the sideline, but they just a better coach team, and you know they the better of the worst, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna roll with the Lions on that. They gonna go to Washington and take that W out of DC. The next game is the Oakland Raiders versus the New York Jets. And if you remember my last video, I'm real big on John Gruden being one of the top candidates for Coach of the Year, man. Because look at all the drama and all this stuff, and that spelled disaster. Everything that went on with Oakland, it spelled disaster. And look at Oakland, man. Oakland is right behind Kansas City for this division, and they playing hard. They playing hard because they trying to win this division. They trying to prove them wrong. They trying to prove people that look, Kansas City ain't down on this division. We coming to take some. And man, whatever John Gruden is in there saying in that locker room, them players believe in him. They playing hard for him. I mean, they come out ready to run through a brick wall for that guy. And I just like how he running the team right now, man. He doing a real good job. I love Josh Jacobs. They got Hunter Renfrow out there making some good plays. They got Darren Wall out there looking good. Derek Carr looking good. Not a big fan of their defense. Their defense could improve, but man, they still playing some good ball out there. So versus the Jets are just completely inconsistent, man. You know, Sam Darnold have him a good game, and then he'll go out there and throw 4 picks. You know, they still not using Le'Veon Bell right to me. I mean, like for real, like you got the most dangerous running back as far as catching the ball, and you still not, you know, motioning him out to wide out and stuff and getting him one-on-ones with the linebackers and safeties. As a Baltimore Raven fan, I'm telling you, that was the scariest thing ever about Le'Veon when he played in Pittsburgh. If they motion that man out the receiver and I see C.J. Mosley or I see Tony Jefferson lined up on him, it's trouble. And I know it's trouble. Or whoever linebacker or whoever safety we got, we knew Le'Veon was going to give him the business. That man is pretty much a receiver. But he can ball out at running back, and they just running him into a brick wall. Mess around, gonna get this man hurt, which he been dinged up a little bit anyway in the season. But that's life as a running back. But anyway, man, Jets just, you know, they missing a lot of pieces, even though they got a win last week, I believe. But I don't see them being beating Oakland. So I got Oakland winning this game, man, and still fighting for that division, man. So hey, shout out to Oakland, man. Shout out to John Gruden. The next game is another game that's not that good. We got the Giants versus the Bears. Mitchell Trubisky left the game hurt with a hip injury. The Giants, you know, they got their struggles. I mean, man, the Giants' problems is deeper than just players and coaches, man. They got a serious problem. It's deeper because they just, man. The Bears too. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Trubisky, but it don't even look like he gonna play. I love Tyreek Cohen though, man. If y'all haven't watched, just sit there and watch Tyreek Cohen ball, man. That little dude is a little piece of dynamite. But I'm just gonna pick the Bears because I think they better or the worst, man. I mean, it's nothing more to go into detail about it, man. I just don't. I mean, I don't care for the Giants. I don't care for the Bears. I'm just picking the Bears. They the home team, and they seem like they the better or the worst. It's nothing more to go into detail about it. The next game is now it's a pretty decent one, division game. The Saints versus the Carolina Panthers. With you know, the Saints they rolling even though they had their little slip up against Atlanta. I mean, the Saints are still the Saints. They look pretty doggone good. They look like they can come out the NFC strong. I mean, but the NFC got a lot of quality teams over there. But hey, the Saints look pretty doggone good right now. They're going against the Panthers, and the Panthers are trying to chase them. Probably not going to be able to chase them, but they chasing the wild card. But I don't see them beating the Saints in New Orleans. Man, it's hard to beat the Saints in that dome, man. It's hard to beat the Saints in that dome. And Christian McCaffrey, I ain't going to have that great of a game, man, because I'm telling you, that run defense from the Saints, man, they don't play. They don't play. They very underrated, man. They don't play. I mean, you better act like y'all remember that game against the Cowboys, man. They had Zeke, man. Zeke started to tiptoe a little bit. They were hitting Zeke. They were hitting his butt hard. So, plus they got the better quarterback. They got the better receiver. Michael Thomas is a man-child out there. He's just an absolute beast. I mean, I seen on ESPN, they talking about they should have the dude on the MVP race, which I kind of don't even disagree because, I mean, most excuses for Michael Thomas is, I was hearing, like, you know, not people on TV, but people, like, in the street saying, like, Michael Thomas is just getting all these catches because he got Drew Brees throwing on the ball. Well, Drew Brees was gone for a while, and that man still has been eating. And I thank him dearly because he's my fantasy receiver. So, shout out to Michael Thomas. Shout out to you Saints fans, man. I got y'all winning this game, man. I don't see y'all losing to Carolina at home, man. I just don't see that. The next game is the Seattle Seahawks versus the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm sure if y'all watched my video about the Patriots and the Eagles game, y'all know how I feel about Philadelphia, man. Philadelphia is in a bad situation. They losing players left or right. I don't know situation with the tackles because both of them left the game Sunday night. I don't know if they coming back for this game. Carson Wentz has no receivers. Um, the defense played dang good, but then at the same time, the Patriots offense ain't hitting on Jack. And they going against Russell Wilson, man. Going against Russell Wilson, and with that offense playing the way it is, I mean, I watched a video about it talking about the Eagles offense, and he said, man, it's hard to look at. Because they look bad. That offense look terrible, man. I mean, he ain't got no, his tackles hurt. All his receivers hurt. He throwing the ball to Nelson Aguilar, and Nelson Aguilar dropping everything thrown his way. He had three. I think he threw 9-10 passes at Nelson Aguilar, and he only had like 3 or 4 catches. So Carson don't trust his receivers. Probably the only person he trusts is Zach Ertz, and I mean that's just one guy. They scrambling for running backs because think about it, they just signed Kenya Drake. I mean not Kenya Drake, but Jay Ajayi. They just signed Jay Ajayi. So I mean it's a mess over there in Philly, man. And they getting ready to play against a Seattle team that's, you know, pretty doggone good, man. Their defense not bad. They play pretty good defense. They got MVP candidate Russell Wilson over there, and y'all know Russell do his magic, man. The man only has 2 interceptions through the whole season. I think like 25 touchdowns, 26 touchdowns, something like that, with 2 picks. I mean, that's crazy, man. So I don't think they're gonna get too many mistakes, and I don't think that the defense gonna get it easy against a Seattle team like this, like they did as far as like New England, because New England offense ain't all it. And eventually that defense is gonna wear down because Philly is on the other side of the ball, 3 and out, never go around. If you're a Baltimore Raven fan, you know exactly what I mean, because we done had years of that. So next game, Broncos versus the Bills. Man, the Broncos blew a huge lead against the Vikings. I mean, that's crazy. But then, you know, the Broncos, just like a couple of other teams, the Broncos have a situation deeper than players and coaches. They really do. They got a situation deeper than that. They might need to do a little bit of rearrangement in that front office. And, I mean, if it means getting rid of the hero, Mr. John Elway, then you might need to do that. But they're not going to do that. But I mean, I'm just saying, man, the Broncos, they look bad. They look bad. They've been looking bad all year. The Bills got a pretty doggone good defense. Josh Allen getting a little bit better. My man Smoke Brown had him a monster game last week, and I wish I would have started him. Man. I should have started him. He on my fantasy team. But the Bills just got an overall better team than the Broncos, man. The Broncos struggling. They might as well just go ahead and tank. I mean, it's just a terrible situation. Von Miller over there writing. You know, Chris Harris over there writing. You know, they just riding away right now. So, they in the pit of misery, man. I got the Bills winning that game right there, man. Next game is the Steelers versus the Bengals. And bad as I want the Steelers to lose, I want the Steelers to lose so bad. I want the Browns and the Steelers to lose so bad, but they playing 2 terrible teams, both of them. They playing the Bengals, man. And this ain't going to be like the Steelers-Bengals game that we've been seeing because there's a lot of character changes. The Bengals are terrible. I mean, whatchamacallit, I'm trying to think of the old coach name. What's his name? The man's name was on the tip of my tongue. I can't even think of the man's name. But he don't look so bad compared to what the Bengals look like now. First year he gone, they finna go the whole season without winning the game. But hopefully they win this week. But I don't think they're gonna beat the Steelers. Steelers D-line still aggressive. Defense still pretty aggressive. They still in the playoff hunt because they trying to catch us. But then at the same time, they still in a situation where they can sneak and steal a wild card game, man. It's starting to look like you can get in with 9 wins. You can get that last spot with 9 wins. And Pittsburgh trying to get it, man. And I think they'll beat the Bengals, man. The Bengals if they lose to the Bengals, I'd be very, very shocked. And if they lose to the Bengals, it's time to shut it down, man. Season over. But I got Steelers going in the sense and winning that game. The next game is Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Tennessee Titans. And the Tennessee Titans coming off a bye week of having just a monster game against the Kansas City Chiefs, coming back and winning that game. I think the Titans are smelling blood because last time they played Jacksonville kind of beat them down pretty doggone good. So I think the Titans are going to come off this bye week fired up, ready to roll. I don't believe in Nick Foles right now. I'm not saying that Nick Foles is not good, but he's not in football shape right now because he's been hurt all year. And I even seen videos of them saying they need to put Gardner Minshew back out there. But to each his own. We'll find out in due time. I'm thinking that Derrick Henry gonna have him another big game because not saying that Tannehill just airing it out, but Tannehill being a better pocket passer gives Derrick Henry more chances to do a little something because with Mariota people didn't believe in his arm at all, so they were just loading the box up. So I think it's gonna be a couple of situations where Derrick Henry gonna break a few, man, and hopefully so, cause he on my fantasy team, man. It seems like I'm talking about fantasy football through this whole vid, but hey, he on my fantasy team, so I hope he do have a good game. But I think the Tennessee Titans gonna pay him back. They in Nashville. Tennessee got a pretty doggone good defense. Dean Pease over there doing his thing with their defense over there. I mean, the offense lacking a lot, but then that kind of is expected when you lose your offensive coordinator and you got a defensive-minded head coach. So stuff like that happens. But I got the Tennessee Titans winning this game, man. I think they're gonna keep Fournette in check. I think they're gonna keep the Jaguars in check. And I think they're gonna take one at home, man. And they trying to chase down the Colts and the Texans for that division, man. Tennessee Titans 5-5. The Texans and the Colts are like 6-4, something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they're not that far away. It's still hope is still alive for the Titans. So maybe the Titans will pull it off and get closer to getting to this division, man. The next game is the Dallas Cowboys versus the New England Patriots. Big game, man. Big game, man. And believe it or not, I'm gonna pick I'm gonna pick the Dallas Cowboys. I'm picking the Dallas Cowboys off the lack of offense of New England. Dallas defense haven't been as good as they thought they was gonna be, but they gonna look pretty doggone good against this offense of New England because this offense in New England is freaking struggling. And I'm expecting the one weakness that the New England defense has showed all season long is having to play heavy ball and defending the run when they got to play heavy. And I think Dallas gonna exploit that if they smart. If Jason Garrett is smart, if the offensive coordinator is smart, they'll know to try to do that. Try to get back to some of that old Dallas Cowboy way and try to take advantage of New England's one. I'm not even gonna call it a weakness, but it's the weakest part of their defense. The run game, stopping the run game, because New England would much rather have all their DBs out there and playing man coverage and blitzing. That's just being real. And if they let New England do that, then they gonna lose. New England gonna beat them. New England gonna force some turnovers, give Tom Brady some short field, and they gonna win the way they've always been winning all year. But I don't think this is gonna happen this time. I think Dallas gonna go out there. They're gonna try to be physical. They're gonna try to punch them in the mouth. They're gonna try to shock New England, man. And hopefully so, man. So we can get this first place. I got a motive for everything, man. It seems like I got a motive for everything. For winning the division to fantasy football to getting first place. But it is what it is. I think the Cowboys will come out there and shock them boys, man. Even though they playing in Foxborough, and it's hard to beat Brady in Foxborough, but this ain't the same Brady offense that we normally used to seeing. But anyway, next game, man. Sunday nighter, man. Sunday nighter. We got the Green Bay Packers versus the San Francisco 49ers. And I got Green Bay winning this game, man. This A-Rod in prime time, man. This A-Rod in prime time, he gonna come ready to go. Aaron Jones is a beast. That's the one thing I want to see. Aaron Jones against their linebackers and safeties. That's the matchup of the game right there. And A-Rod gonna do A-Rod type things. Is Devontae back? I think Devontae Adams is coming back. I don't really know. If you're a Green Bay fan, drop it down because I don't follow Green Bay like that, like I do Baltimore, and other teams. But I think I think San Fran gonna drop this game right here. I do. This A-Rod prime time at somebody else's house, and when he prime time at somebody else's house, he prone to make that crowd get quiet. That's just what he do. I'm glad that he ain't prime time playing us at our house, because that's just what he do. And I think this gonna be one of them games, man. I think this is one of them games. San Fran got that awesome defensive line, pass rush and stuff like that, but A-Rod can get away. And A-Rod can throw on the run. And think about the quarterback they just lost to a couple of weeks ago. A quarterback that can get away and a quarterback that can throw on the run. But the only difference is between A-Rod and Russell Wilson. And Russell, don't get me wrong, Russell is very, very accurate. But A-Rod is pinpoint accurate. Like, he rarely misses. Like, all them opportunities that Russell gave San Fran to almost win the game, A-Rod not going to get him that. He not going to give it to him at all. So, San Fran better be ready. Jimmy G better be ready because Darius Smith, the Smith brothers, the Smith boys, they coming. They coming. They pass rush the mess out something. So, I don't see San Fran winning this game, man. I got Green Bay winning this game in the soccer prime time, man. A-Rod take one in San Fran, man. Plus, he home, man. Aaron Rodgers is back in Cali, man. I'm back in Cali. He probably got the babies, the family, uncles, granny, everybody in that game right there. So, you know he going to be ready to show out because ain't nothing like looking in the stands and seeing your family. Last game, and I'm going to keep it short because y'all already know what's up, man. I do my own, separate video on our games, but, Ravens versus the Rams. And I'm picking the Ravens to win because, we on a roll. And I can't go into deep detail because I got a video. I'm going to drop a video on it probably tomorrow. So, anyway, them my picks, man. Them my picks for week 12. Like I said, I went 12-2 last week. I'm excited about that. Hopefully, I have a week like I just did, where I did pretty doggone good. Y'all like and subscribe to the page. Y'all hit me up on Instagram, what's the BWord 52. Y'all hit me up on Facebook, what's the BWord, and you hit me up on Twitter, BWord 52, man. I do mailbag questions. Mailbag is when you ask me about any team, any player, college or NFL. I come back and I tell you my honest opinion about it, and I shout you out on the video. I got 2 mailbags I gotta do. I gotta do my top college pass rushers going into this year, and I gotta do my top 5 quarterbacks of this year so far. So y'all look out for that. That's coming soon also. Y'all just look out for it, man. Oh yeah, by the way, I got my Cash App information down there. If you want to donate to the channel, feel free to donate to the channel. It helps the channel grow. I just got something new for the channel with some donations. So hey, I'm just trying to get better quality for y'all, man. But anyway, I'm Anthony Addison, man. This was the BWord. I see y'all soon. Flock, I love y'all. Subscribers, I love y'all. And I see y'all next time, man. I'm out.